Hello everybody, Rob here, and today I want to do a special little video. This video is specifically about the cost of this hobby, this wargaming hobby, specifically associated with Games Workshop, and why people like myself, I don't do everything. I guess you can call it by the brand name. Not everything I have is going to be is Citadel. I don't have Citadel tools. I don't use Citadel / Games Workshop glue. Still use their paint, their models, and that's it pretty much. Everything else is third party, quote unquote. And I think I'm actually going to be going in the long term, actually over to a different company for paints as well. And I'll get into that. The reason why I want to talk about this is because I'm trying to break down some money, because getting back into the hobby, I wanted to see where I can get the best bang for my buck. And I realized a few things. Number one, brand, paying for the name on the thing is 100% a Games Workshop / Citadel thing. They've realized, hey, we are it when it comes to everything. So if our name's on something, you are paying a premium. Whether that comes with a better quality or not is up for negotiation and discussion with people. But overall, me, it means, okay, it's good product, yeah. Usually it's significantly overpriced. And we'll get into where I think definitely the overpricedness comes in. So what I did was I created a spreadsheet of 3 different types of getting back into the hobby. So for me, a couple caveats. Number one, apparently, from what I understand, the rules are going to be free. Now, from what I've been reading on the Warhammer community website, it says most rules are going to be free. So I'm going to hope, fingers crossed, that Combat Patrol, or with this going in with a theory that Combat Patrol will cost me nothing. If I wanted to play Combat Patrol with my buddy, we can both get a Combat Patrol box, get all the accoutrement, paints, tools, glues, and we don't have to worry about anything else, because, the rules are free. So rules and codexes not included unless otherwise stated. I already know that's going to age like milk. So we'll see how that goes. But what I looked at first off was the main websites I go to, the main 2 websites I go to when it comes to my hobby stuff. The first one I usually go to, now both these are Canadian and mostly serve Canadian, so all the prices are Canadian, etc., etc. Sunward Hobbies and Fenris Workshop. One's in Ontario, one's in Quebec. Sunward Hobbies, old hobby shop. I used to go to it over 20 years ago when I was in this back in the day. So they've been around for a while. Fenris, don't know much about them other than the fact that they're in Quebec. So both of them do the same arrangement. Fenris, for example, if you go over $100 Canadian, does free shipping, expedited shipping. Sunward Hobbies, if you go over $60, free shipping. So I didn't include shipping in any of these because Games Workshop also does. Is it over $100 free shipping? There, that's been added to my cart. Okay. Well, I'm not. I'm assuming it's free shipping. So, because I think it's free shipping over $100 on their website, if I'm not mistaken. But I digress. So shipping is not included because everyone does free shipping nowadays once you go above a certain amount. So what I did was I broke things down into the following categories. The model box itself, so we're going to stick with a Combat Patrol of Tyranids across the board. paints for said Tyranid group. So we've decided Leviathans, that's about 7 paints. Tools, brushes, files, nippers, X-Acto cutters or X-Acto blades, mold scrapers, etc., and glue. So in the end, when I came down to Games Workshop, going on their website, once again, the overall cost for a Tyranid Combat Patrol, $190. The cost for the 7 paints, including the contrast medium, $65.80. The tools I'll get to in a second, and then the glue, $11.50. The tools, so we're talking full paint set for dry and regular painting, the texture tool, files, clippers, mold scraper, even though you can use an X-Acto knife on that one. Overall, the tools, if you got all the tools you're supposed to, $245.25. That's more than the bloody models and the paints combined almost. Like, it's ridiculous. Overall, it comes to $512.55. $500,000 if you want to get into Warhammer 40k. If it's all brand name stuff. So then I was like, well, I usually use third-party websites. So how does the third-party website go? So I found a thing of Tyranids out of the 2 websites I use for $153. Paint cost $59.22, so a little cheaper. Brushes and tools and everything still a little more expensive because, yet again, still using the Citadel name. I had to buy, or I have to go on the website and pick specific brushes. They don't do the pack. $220.73, still down a little bit, and the glue, $10.35. So everything's a little bit less. You're saving $69.25. If you go to a third-party retailer, one of the 2 that I trust at least, and I know that I'm going to get the stuff and get it on time, get it, in a good pace and all that stuff, save $69. Total of $443.30. Okay. Now, here we go. This is the the mostly third-party stuff, meaning the only thing here we're using that's Citadel is the models, or Games Workshop is the models. Found the models for $153, being the cheapest. Paints, $34.93. It's actually Vallejo Express paints. I found them for $3.99 a bottle. Not on sale, just $3.99. If you wanted all 24 of their paints, it's $100. That's equal to about 10 contrast paints. So you get twice as much paint, same size amount of paint and all that stuff, but you get, 24 paints instead. Tools, I found, a brush set for $12, clippers for $2, files for, I think it was $5, and pretty much that's all you need, right? Clippers, files, and paintbrushes. No mold scrapers, none of that crap. $35.80. And last but not least, to me, extra thin cement. Mind you, later on down the road, once you get one of these and you get a second one, my opinion is you buy 2 of these. Once the first one is empty, you refill it with the airbrush cleaner to save even more money technically per milliliter, but I digress. And last but not least, the total cost was $231.22, a savings of $281.33. Basically, what this tells me is the cheapest way to do all this is pretty simple. You get the models from Games Workshop. Everything else you get from competitors. Get your the cheapest paints that you feel comfortable with and good with. Get the tools and all the stuff that are both value for you and all that stuff. Do not get the Citadel stuff because at that point you're just paying for the name. Glue, to me, extra strength stuff, or extra thin is just, to me, it's chef kiss. I'm kind of on the fence between the extra thin and the extra thin quick set. because the quick set, yeah, I'm not 100% set on. No pun intended. But yeah, so overall, I mean, going 90% third party, basically just getting the models from Games Workshop or even getting the models on sale from third party vendors, and then buying everything else from third parties. Like I said, you can get 24 paints for $100. I'll even show you here. It's sold out right now. But go to the website. So Fenris here, for example, you get the Vallejo Express colors. The whole set, $109. That's amazing. All Express colors, all 24 of them, $100. And you get a lot of these are actually $3.99. And I put in here, what did I put in for my price actually? Did I do $3.99? Yeah, I did $3.99. So I mean, Games Workshop is, how can I put this another way? Their models are amazing. Over the last 20 years of me leaving the hobby and then coming back, yeah, the quality is there. So I understand the pricing for the models to a point. They're putting in a lot of effort into designing these things and making them look amazing. But it's all the other stuff. When your competitors are half your price, it's not going to look good. It does not look good when your competitors are half your price. Like I said, the tools alone we go from $35 all the way to $245. The paints, $65.80 versus $34.93. That's just using the 7 paints or 7 colors that you need to do your, in this case, my Tyranids. Honestly, looking at this now, right now I've got paints coming for my Space Marines when they finally get released and I start collecting them. But I think my Imperial Guard that I'll be collecting, my Tau, and most likely my Tyranids are all going to be Vallejo Express color. Especially when I can buy the entire range for $100 and try out all the different paints, see which colors I like and what colors I want to go where, and then be able to just paint them. Where if I wanted the entire, I don't think you can even buy the entire color range of any of these other ones. Give me 1 second here. Citadel paints. So I don't think they sell, yeah, every Citadel paint you have to get on its own. I know there's some places where you can probably buy like the larger paint sets. Yeah, but I'm going to assume they're like $200-300. Actually, I think Games Workshop does it. I think they sell the big paint sets. By color. There we go. Painting bundles. Yeah. So if you want the battle ready, which it just includes 30 pots, lots of shades, lots of bases apparently. It is $160 for 30 paints. Well, Vallejo here, for example, where was it? They said their Express color line, I believe it was. The whole line was $100. $100 for 24 colors. So you're getting twice as much color. But I'm not mistaken, this is the what's it called? Like those are the basically their version of contrast. I'm assuming 30 contrast paints ain't gonna be ain't gonna be $160. Even then, it's $160. That's pretty expensive. And I'm guarantee you these are 18 milliliter bottles, like especially these ones. You're not getting the good stuff. You're not getting the big bottles. Yeah, so these are all just the base. You're getting all the shades, which is good, but they're all 18 milliliter shades. Yeah, and they're all 12, there you go, right there. They're all 12 milliliter pots. So you're not even getting an actual full pot of paint. you're getting part pot paints. You're getting a half a pot of paint. Because if I'm not mistaken, the base paints here. No, they're 12 mil. Really, they're 12 milliliter. That doesn't seem like much. You're 18. Really? So you're even getting technically less paint. Because you're getting, each one of these is 18, right? Yeah, each one of these is 18. So, like, yeah, that's not good. That's really, in my opinion, not good at all. So yeah, in the end, money-wise, it's, in my opinion, it's get the models from Games Workshop. Everything else, just get whatever you want from wherever you want, make it, and that makes you happy. Because if you get everything from either them or anything from them or a third party, just the prices are just so expensive. Like, saving $200, like, is just, yeah. With that in mind, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Could have been watching anything, but you watched this, so thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.